Oh, what do we got here? Morris Oxford. Morris Oxford. Oh look, it's Morris Oxford. New car.
Hello, Mr. Morris.
Can we go for a drive? Does the bench seat go back a bit?
No.
So what year model is this one?
I can fit in it, so you should be right too. 1959.
I'm just making a little video. Gee, loud horn, isn't it?
Oh, it's like a truck one, isn't it?
Oops. Oh, sorry, Buddha. So we've got the Morris symbol here, is it?
Yep. A bit faded, that one.
That's a nice grill on the front, isn't it? Look at that. Smile for the camera. Look at the fins on the back. It's real retro, isn't
Yeah,
it?
they're British fins.
I wonder if the Americans got the idea from that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It was about the same time though, isn't it? Nice door handle.
This is the only Morris who really has the fins on it.
It reminds me of a Triumph a little bit. What have we got here? We've got the...
Look at the smaller keys. Take
tiny,
a look at the
isn't it?
size of the key. It's like a
Oh, it's tiny, isn't
tiny,
it?
so you can put that in that thing there. Yeah, I'll hold
Does
it
this
while
go
you do
back?
it. No.
Doesn't?
No, you should be right, mate. Can you fit?
It's only one position, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay.
Yeah, pretty sure. They weren't made for big people. Other way around, yep, they were. And it's in out of gear.
You got a
And
collar?
just
Oh, you
basically
got a...
just turn it, go straight away. See it? Okay, so
Oh, yep.
we just
pressure?
everything. I'll show you where it is. So reverse linker the other way. The other
Oh,
jack
yes,
on
that's the
there
left
is the
hand.
windscreen wipers and your thing. Yeah.
Indicating left.
Yep. Yep. Horn, as you know.
Oh,
Yeah. It's loud, isn't it?
yeah, it is slightly.
Sounds like a bloody
Yeah.
ship horn, you know.
Oil, temperature, fuel, full tank.
This is the different the kilometres and the
Oh,
miles.
there's a mile per hour. So you got little stickers on there that let you know 70 miles an hour.
Little Morris.
Morris symbol. You got a glove box there. Keep your gloves. Just about big enough to keep your gloves in, isn't it?
Yep.
I like the mirror.
Yeah, it is need replacing.
And they like your little
Yeah, really hard to turn down.
sun.
Don't really do anything
visors.
in Australia.
Yeah. And real thin doors, aren't they?
Yeah, try to open the door. That's right. I'll take a photo of it in the car.
So you can just feel, we're just
Okay.
going for a drive in the Morris Oxford. Alright, seatbelts on. Where do we go? Right, can you film us driving out the driveway?
Okay. And then stop and I'll give you a camera back, the phone back.
I can't scrub that. Alright. You can just film the car, I suppose, yeah. But
Yeah, yeah.
first, or first right down there.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
I think I was in neutral before. I'm gonna get bogged back here.
It's thin enough up to get around stuff. It's good. Just go that high side. I wouldn't go any lower, any deeper. It's probably okay, but it's just
Try some off-road course first. Also, how big's the engine? Is it a
so 4-cylinder, but I'm not sure. Like
4-cylinder? You don't know how many litres it is?
probably 2 litres, I suppose. I've got to look at all the specs on it, but
Sounds a bit like a tractor, doesn't it?
yeah, it's a bit of a beast, you know, when you think of it.
How quick does it go?
Well, it's not bad. It goes probably 70 k's an hour is probably the. I wouldn't want to push it like. Don't want to sort of go too much farther than that, you know.
Morris Oxford. We're up to 10 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour.
So it clicks in alright. It's just
Yeah, it goes
you know,
right. It's got a nice smell to it, isn't it?
It's got a the raw
The old
English
car
car smell, oil and petrol, you know.
As opposed to the new car smell. And then the seatbelts don't have any.
No,
Tank it, then
no.
You got
You got to keep adjusting them all the time.
Is
Yeah.
there a 4?
Yep, that's fourth. That's the limit of the speed limit, but that's like the limit of the gears.
Yeah.
But still, it's enough.
It's still going to 100 though, wouldn't it? Or 90?
I would not push it. When I did 85, 90, it was backfiring.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah, I reckon.
Well, I think yeah.
I wonder what that
Until
is.
I get it serviced and looked at, like by someone I trust,
Yeah.
I won't know. Like, I don't want to push it too hard. You know what I mean?
Did someone do it up, or did the previous owner?
I think it's probably had a paint job done on it. But I say it's original. Huh?
That number 2 car.
Yeah, it's clever, isn't it? Picture of that.
Yeah.
Number 2. Yeah, but I think it's like the inside's original.
Yep.
Um,
What's that guy doing? He's got his bike there.
yeah.
Driving to Morris Oxford.
Living the life. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a nice little car, isn't it?
Need a horn. Push a horn. The metal bit.
That bit.
No, the metal. This bit.
Is that the
Push it
horn?
in. Yeah. Push it from the bottom. Like push. Like that's it.
You feel the vibration when you.
Yeah, it's got a
It's a loud
horn. It's got a
horn.
massive horn.
like a train
It freaked
horn.
me out when I pressed the one first. Brakes are.
Whoops.
Yeah, it said brakes are
Not the best, are they?
Well, no, but they're it's.
Whoops.
That's why you use the gears to you know what I mean. To slow down.
Is it first?
Might be fourth. That's first. Got to keep the revs up.
Up we go. How'd you find this car? Car sales.
Gumtree actually.
Gumtree?
Yeah. Yeah, it's on Gumtree, so I checked it out it was on there for about a month, 2 months, without any movement.
Yep.
So I went, oh, okay, I'm interested. So I emailed the guy and said, what's the? I only want to pay 7,000 for it,
Yep.
and it went from there. So we wanted to pay 10. You want 10 for it? And I'm like,
Did you
I'm
have
like,
a price on it, or just
yeah.
Yeah. Right.
9,900, and I went, no, I'm not paying that much. Said, 7,000 will be my limit. Yeah, and going about 15 times back and forth, trying to get it down. Oh, 8.5. I said, no, 7.
Like in
He goes,
person, or
7.5. No, I was on email and text. I said, no, look, 7's my final offer. If you want to take it, if you don't, doesn't matter. Oh, you know, it's not too much for me though. I don't want to take much risk, you know.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay. Oh, well, you know, I've got I've got too much space. I need space in the garage and in the shed. It was a dealer.
That was the dealer.
Yeah, I was building a Blue Mountain Mazda.
Oh, right.
So it's his name's it's Cameron and Andrew MacArthur. Their names are.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's yeah, he's got to when you slow down, you got to go down through the gears because the brakes are a bit spongy.
Yep. Has it got a historic vehicle registration?
No, it's a full rego,
Alright.
which is what interests me because they didn't want to have to deal with the whole have to get it registered from scratch, blue slip it,
Yeah.
because that's a pain in the rear end,
Maybe it needs a new muffler up there, again.
No, I think well, I don't know. That's what I mean. I need to get looked at. Problem with these things is they weren't made to breathe. Like the engine, they need a bigger. It's got a big fan on the top of it, like an air filter,
Yep.
and a big muffler because they weren't. The problem with these ones, they didn't breathe enough, so they always had a small muffler for the size of the air coming, the exhaust coming out. So.
Oops.
I mean, it's 62 years old.
Yeah, that goes pretty good though, doesn't it? For its age.
Yeah. It's not. If I wanted a fast car, I'd get MG3 or MGB or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but this is a I just wanted a nice car to drive around and enjoy
And
and
still in rego and
Yep.
normal registration.
yeah,
Works. So the engine looks alright inside?
yeah. I had a look. Actually, I got to remember how to open the damn bonnet. Actually, I looked over the I had photos of it and I
Needs a double D clutch on the second gear.
yeah, you gotta. It's got like the third and fourth is good, but the first and second is a bit of no synchro mesh. Yeah. Still, it's alright, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know? I reckon Mr. Driver, Mr. Morris car.
Oops.
Oh, crunch. You go look at it goes on revs and speed of the car for the gear change.
Yeah, I got to sort of.
Sometimes you got to sort of go. You got to take the brake clutch off and rev it, and then get it in. Yeah.
Yeah, that's better. There's no rev meter.
No,
Tachometer.
you got to guess.
Just go with the sound as well.
I usually go by kilometres. How much when it gets up to like 40 k's, you go like 50 k's, you go to fourth, you know. Drives alright, doesn't it?
Yeah, it goes good.
It's warmed up now, so it was a bit throaty to start with because it was sitting there for 2 days without just started, you know.
Yeah. Go to the golf club.
Yeah.
Got the car park.
Show off the fins down there.
60 k's an hour.
I've pretty much driven at 80 k's an hour, but it wasn't backfiring all the time. Just it backfired once. So I went, I didn't want to push it.
Yeah.
Especially when you're driving down from the mountains. I'm like, you know, I had NRMA on it, but I didn't really want to test it.
Yeah. We go Ansell. Oops, sorry. Ansell Park Country Golf Club. Surprised you don't take up golf for. Right around the corner.
Got golf clubs.
We've got golf
My
clubs
dad's
now.
ones. My
Yeah,
dad's
you
ones.
could kick off a bit of a golf hobby.
Yeah.
Walk over in the morning, do a round of golf.
I don't have time.
Go and have a coffee at the.
That's a kind of that's a retirement thing, you know. Like I haven't got time to bloody play golf, you know. It's back of
Yeah, it's funny seeing the back.
that's Regis one there.
The resort.
Yeah, and then there's Dave's one next door there. Bloody Corellas are right. Dave's one.
Gorillas and one cockatoo amongst the gorillas. It's like it's forgotten what's that cockatoo. The old sandstone barn's always been on, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a nice old place. I've never actually been inside this one ever.
They've got like a bar in there and stuff, don't they?
In a restaurant, like a Thai restaurant.
No, it's good. So it's got like a sitting area on the other side overlooking the golf course.
Oh, okay.
With like columns and
I've actually never been here because I always thought it was a bit like, oh, I'm not part of the club, so.
Oh, I used driving.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I've never actually, even though it's right next door, I've never sort of always feel like, oh, it's a bit like oh, hoity-toity. Can't tell me.
See the veranda on the back when I do the U-turn. You can see that veranda area there. It's all
Oh yeah, it's quite nice. Yeah. The council owns this.
Do it?
The whole area. Yeah. The golf course is council. No, they've owned it for years. And then basically the guy Malum who owns the whole estate, he lives at the big house on top of the hill.
Yeah.
He won because it was historic, you know. So he
Well, it's a nice old building, isn't it? I think that's Major John Ansell's homestead.
house. That's right. Yes.
Jarvis Field.
Antle. Yep. Jarvis Field. That's right. Yeah.
Which is looked on the place with Jane Jarvis.
I think wasn't she the sister or related to Macquarie's wife or something, or
Yeah, I think.
or something. There was some connection. I know there to that. It was picked as one of the early settlements.
Well, I think it was
Stone Quarry. There was
Macquarie's wife was Jane Jarvis.
I think her name was Campbell. That's why Campbelltown was named after her.
Maybe his mother
Elizabeth
was a
Campbell. Elizabeth McCarthy is Elizabeth Macquarie, I think her name was, and her main name was Campbell.
Yeah,
But Campbelltown was named after, but I'm not sure. Yeah, Jarvis is the
But it's on when you go to the Hebrides, along Macquarie's grave.
Yeah.
And
it's been connected to it somehow, but
Yeah.
oh, look out. These freaking idiot drivers on this road, I mean, they just fly down here usually.
They got better suspension than we have.
These car.
They can
Oh,
go on the
yeah.
side, they got better suspension. So does he still live there, that Malum guy?
Yeah.
Went in there once when he pulled that truck out with the tractor.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
I gave him a bottle of home brew. There's a tank.
He's a nice bloke actually.
Yeah, he is actually, yeah. 'Cause he used to own all these names, didn't he?
Him and his family, yeah. I think his brother lives down Loans Coldenham, which is a farm down the back.
Oh, that
Natasha place, you know.
Yep.
Look, got the. She's got her camera out now.
Smile at the camera. So where does this live?
Just down front of the garage at the moment.
Does it go in the garage?
No, because the mower's in there. So it had the issue when I was up here and I couldn't push it all the way back down. The front, the gears are back and forth. Yeah,
Might be
yeah.
a belt or something.
No, I checked the belts underneath, but there might be a belt at the back.
Yeah. I got a service kit for it.
So what do you reckon?
Yeah, it's good. Good drive. The Morris Oxford from the 1950s or something.
So out of 10, what would you rate it
Oh, I'd give it a
for
good
driving
8.
experience?
Give it
8?
a good 8. Yeah. With 10 being like, you know, the best you could ever have. I'm being pretty, you know, conservative
for
there,
its
but
age, I mean.
It's good.
Reverse.
No, it goes really well for its age. That's a good vehicle, isn't it? Good buy.
It's a,
$7,000.
yeah.
Medlow bath.
Yeah, Medlow bar.
Handbrake on.
And the Juco's good, you know.
Yeah, the paint job's really good. Well, it's going to have to live in the garage, isn't it? I think to
Yeah,
keep it in good nick.
Well, I've got to move a few things out, move things around the garage.
Can you fit 2 cars in the garage?
Yeah, we'll be able to fit 2 in eventually.
Wind up the window with this nice old window winder. Gee, that's a high gear window. You just turn it a little bit and it flies up.
Looks nice. Look at that. The bubba.